Hello everyone, and welcome to my first YouTube video. Now for my first YouTube video, we're gonna make some ceviche. Now ceviche originates in blah 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 blah. We're not gonna be talking about that. If you really wanna know, get on Wikipedia, get on Google, find out. We're actually gonna be making stuff today, right? I don't like these videos that, you get on them and it's all blah blah blah, talking, which is what I'm doing right now. So let's start. Let's go ahead and start it out. Let's set up that mood first. Hope you guys can hear it. A little bit of salsa in the background, right? Your cafecito. Most importantly, let's wash our hands. A lot of YouTube people out there, you don't wash your hands. I'll be looking. Alright. Water must be warm, right? Make sure we don't contaminate what we're cooking. Dry these bad boys off. Now the first thing we're gonna need is some fish. Let me grab that real quick. All right. So we're gonna need some fish fillet. You could use snapper, you could use salmon, you could use corvina. In this case, I use a little bit of cobia, which is also a very good fish. If you choose to get some frozen fish, that's fine, but fresh is always better. We're also going to be needing some red peppers, red onions, jalapenos, cilantro, plátanos, and cholula. Who doesn't love cholula? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So at this point, I've already diced up the red onions, small dice, or jalapenos, or red peppers, chopped up the cilantro, squeezed out our fresh lime juice, none of that concentrated stuff. All right, we're gonna have that weird aftertaste. And the fish. Now, when we do ceviche, some people might do chunks or diced fish. I like to do little slices, especially if you're doing something on the fly. If you want to please or surprise some family members, some guests, and you want to do a ceviche on the fly, you got a couple hours, boom, that's the way to do it. All right, the thinner it is, the quicker it cures in the lemon juice. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's have a bowl, a nice bowl, nice container, put it in. We're gonna put our lemon juice. We got about a cup of freshly squeezed, lime juice, freshly squeezed lime juice. Sorry about that. All right. We're gonna add some cholula, couple drops. Yeah, couple drops, a little more than a couple drops. All right, that's more like a tablespoon, more or less. All right, let's add our fish. There's about 2 cups of fish. It's about 1.5 pounds, more or less. All right. Let's add that fish in there. So all you want to do is pretty much add all the ingredients in the same bowl. Pretty easy. I'm going to give you a little tip on how to peel the plantains, because if you try it like that, it's going to be almost impossible. So go ahead and put some hot water in a recipient. I'm using a pan in this case, a cooking pot. So you want to cut both ends of the plantain, and I'm sure you guys can see this slit I did right here. All right, so make sure your water is hot. Put your plantain in there. Now that's gonna sit there, I want to say about 20 minutes. Leave that in there 20 minutes, and then when you go to peel the plantain, peel it by the slit, and it's gonna come right off, I promise. Alright, so this is it after 20 minutes in the hot water, and see how easy it is just to pull that apart. I'm using one hand because I gotta hold the camera, but as you can see, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. With one hand I'm doing it. Right. If I had both, it'd be a lot better. There we go. Very easy. Boom. There's your plátano. Alright, so here we got the sliced plantains. We're gonna make plantain chips out of it. But first, let's get over here. Put some cold water in a container. Okay. Let's add a little bit of salt to that container. 2 pinches. Stir it up. Right. Stir it up. Make sure it's nice and dissolved. And now we want to put these chips in there. Now this is gonna avoid any erosion to the plantain. It's gonna avoid it to get dark, and we're gonna leave it right there until we are ready to fry. All right. Cool beans. All right, so the plantains were ready to fry them. Now, you don't want to throw them in there wet, because what happens when you fry wet stuff? Oh, you're gonna get burnt. All right. Again, I'm using one hand. My bad. All right, so we emptied out everything in there. The water just goes down the drain, and we keep the plantains. All right, we don't have to dry them off with a towel or nothing. We just want to get that excess water out. Okay, now let's go to the fryer. All right, so these plantains are ready to rock and roll. We're just gonna throw them in enough oil, right? Just like that. Little at a time. Don't want to throw them in there. Don't want a whole splash situation of hot oil. Don't want to burn yourself. Let's play it safe. All right. These are plantain chips that we're making. Alrighty. So we're gonna fry these. I want to say about 5 minutes. 5 minutes until golden brown. And when these bad boys are frying, it's very important to keep on kind of moving them, right? Because they will tend to stick. And who likes a sticky plantain chip? Nobody. Alright, so these guys are about golden brown. You want to take them out, put them on a napkin, right? On a plate with a napkin, like so. Just to get that excess oil. And very important, let's go ahead and throw a little bit of salt on that. Now that it's still hot, that way the salt sticks on it. All right, great. So at this point, we're done with the ceviche. We're done with the plantain chips. Now, how do we serve it? So, a couple suggestions. You could do a rock glass. You could do a nice little shot glass like that, right? Very easy. Let's get our ceviche inside the shot glass. Right, a nice little portion. Alright, make sure we have some of that citrus juice in it. Like so. Now, let's go ahead and garnish it a little bit. I sliced up some jalapeno. I'm going to stick that right there and push it down with the spoon. Using the other end. How does that look? It's not bad. Let's grab another one. Put it on the other side. Alright. Maybe a mandarin wedge. So let's stick this bad boy down here. Okay. Maybe we can do a cilantro leaf, right? So same situation here. Yeah, just make sure it's pretty, because you're gonna give that to someone. Might give it to your wife. So make sure it's pretty. All right, so that's what I came up with. Then you got the cilantro leaf, you got your jalapeno, you got your mandarin segment, and over here are your plantain chips, right? So it's going to be kind of hard to dip it in here, but if you do it in a bigger cup, yeah, you could definitely grab it and dip it, eat it up, and make sure they're small. That way there's no double dipping. All right. So if you really enjoyed what we did here today, go ahead and like the video. If you want to see some more, subscribe. Let's see what we could come up with. I'll see you later. Thank you. So all you guys that are looking at this video and you want to surprise your wife, make sure you clean up. It's not going to be a surprise if you don't clean up the kitchen. So clean up after yourselves. All right? Hope you guys enjoyed it.